Welcome back to Sadler of Nails. So I have a Halloween set to do today, and I think these are the colors that I need. This one, and I think this one. I think those are the colors. All right, so I've already got the black nails painted. So for this video, I'm only going to show you the accent nails because that's the art. So we are using Aprés Gel X. These are the short stiletto. This is an order, and these are custom sizes that my customer put in the notes of their order. So I prep my nails with Protein Bond, Young Nails Protein Bond. It provides like a perfect stickiness and like base for the gel polish. I don't etch the nails because I don't need to. That's a step that takes a really long time. And I have tested out the method with Young Nails Protein Bond, and I do not have an issue with them chipping or peeling. So what you want to do is make sure like it feels sticky. See this? It's sticking to the nail. So that's what you want. I'm gonna add a little bit more to this one and this one to just make sure they feel tacky. So that is all I do for the prep. And the base color I'm using is Madame Glam's Viola. Now, I always do 3 coats of polish. For the sake of this video though, I'm just going to show you 1 coat and I'm going to paint the other 2 coats off camera because, I mean, that's boring. You don't need to see me painting the nails. And then also, what am I going to talk about? So you can get Madame Glam's polishes for 40% off if you use my code, which is BeckyTK40. Now, usually their polishes are a lot thicker. This one I find is on the thinner side. So like I said, I'm gonna do 3 coats of it. However, sometimes with Madame Glam, you can get away with just 2 coats of their polish because they are pretty creamy, which is why I love them, because you can use them for nail art, which is amazing. It's awesome when a gel polish is versatile, where you can use it for the, full cover nail, and you can also use it as nail art. And that is why I love Madame Glam. So that is the first coat. And then, like I said, I'm gonna paint the other 2 coats off camera so then we can get on with the art. All right, so I'm going to do the thumbs for the video, and then I'm gonna paint the other 2 off camera because it takes a long time, okay? So for the boo nail, we're going to use Tulips, which was one of the colors I forgot at the beginning. So I'm just going to put some down on this really dirty palette. I need to clean it. Whatever. This is reality. Okay. And then for the detail work, I'm going to use the Madame Glam long fine liner brush, which currently is my favorite. That is it right there. I basically use it for everything. Yeah. Okay, so the hardest part for me when doing like lettering is getting it, I don't know, centered on the nail. So we're gonna do the B for the boo. Okay. And you're always gonna be anchoring your pinky. I'm gonna be honest, it's a little bit difficult doing it with them all on this long peg like this versus like an individual peg, but hey, apparently I like to challenge myself, so this is how we're doing it. Okay, so now I feel like this isn't even at the right angle, so we'll see. All right, we got a P. Now let's turn this P into a B. And like, don't be afraid to, you know, stop your brush, load it up, come back in the other way, and then connect. And then that's the easiest way to do anything circular, I guess. That's B looks really big. Okay, let's keep going. I'm not gonna cure because if the other letters don't fit, I'm gonna have to wipe it and start again. Okay, looking good. And then we're going to come around. Now, I did not wipe off the dispersion layer on the base color. If you're finding when you're doing painting, you're getting, I don't know, like it's bleeding, then you can wipe off the dispersion layer. That could help. Or you can put down like a matte top coat. And sometimes it's easier to paint on a matte nail. All right. It doesn't need to be perfect because it's art and art is not perfect unless your intention is for it to be perfect, I guess. I don't know. But these are Halloween nails, and Halloween nails are supposed to be like, you know, spooky and wonky. So we don't have to worry about them being, you know, absolutely perfect. Ugh, I hate doing circles. Especially moons. My nemesis is moons. I don't think there's any moons in this set. I avoid the, you know, I avoid art I can't do, huh? Maybe I shouldn't so that I get better at it. But, you know, when you sell nails, you gotta make sure you can execute the art, right? All right, that looks good. Is there an exclamation mark? There is. Okay. I'm looking at the actual nail set, the sample set off camera to make sure that I do these right. I cannot go by memory. All right, there we go. So we're we're gonna cure that. All right, so now we're gonna do the pumpkin. So first I'm just going to kind of do like the outline of a pumpkin. What I did. Okay. It's like a little rough sketch, I guess. Can call it. And try to like imagine in your head where like the lines of the pumpkin are gonna go. That looks not centered. Always look at all angles. So that your art is in the center, if that's where you want it to be. Where I want this to be in the center. So now I'm just gonna paint it in because it's painted in, so. And then all the other art, like the detail work for the pumpkin, will be painted on top of this. So you kind of gotta trust the process when it comes to art and, you know, your imagination, and it will come together, I promise you. Okay, so I'm just gonna fill this in and come back. Okay, so it's filled in, and I'm going to cure this. Also make sure it's thin because you know, you want to make sure the polish does cure all the way through. So make sure you paint thin. If you gotta do 2 coats, you gotta do 2 coats, unfortunately. Okay, we're gonna cure. So for the next step, we're gonna need black, and I like to use Ugly Ducklings black for anything black. I love it. I love it. This bottle is almost empty. I'm just trying to get some out here. Hopefully, I don't think I need too much because it's just some accenting, I guess. Okay, so we're gonna do the black on the lettering, and then also the pumpkin. Okay, so you can see I am doing the other nails. I'm just not like recording them because it's the same. So I just keep looking at my original set. So we're gonna do, wait, am I doing this right? Yeah. The inside. And the inside again. To add some shadowing, I guess. So when you're doing shadowing, what you do is you're gonna keep it on the same side, right? So I did it on the right, so I'm gonna do it on the right here. You don't wanna then do it on the inside here because then like your angle would be off. A shadow wouldn't be shaded that way. So that's how you do like shading. Just make sure you like imagine a light coming in on one angle. And so yeah, keep it all on the same side. And then I'm gonna fix that little nick there. Oh, I hate it when I do that. Okay. Try to drag it off. There we go. You have no idea how difficult it is to do this with the nails on the block here, because like it's so hard to get in. Okay. I'm gonna fix any problems off camera because this angle is really hard for me to work with. The black just makes it like so much better. I don't know, it just adds so much more detail to the art. Like I don't know, it's not flat anymore, I guess. It gives it some detail. Okay, and you can see how pigmented this black polish is. Usually you only need 2 coats when doing like a full cover on a nail. I'll do better on that one. Okay. And then, okay, wait. There's also shading on the outside here. Good thing I'm looking at the nail set, because I would have forgot about that side. I don't know, sometimes I confuse myself when I'm doing art like this. So I do always have to refer to a photo. Okay. And now the exclamation. I feel like the black even like makes the pink look like a different color. Like it makes it look more neon with the black beside it. I don't know. What do you think? It almost like brightens it up. Okay, I'm gonna do the other one. Okay, so now we're gonna do the grooves of the pumpkin, and I'm using my detail liner from Madame Glam, which is a very, very, very thin detail brush. So you don't need a lot of polish. We're just gonna do the pumpkin grooves. Is that what they're called? Now I'm probably going to speed this portion up and do a voiceover because I don't talk I don't talk a lot when I'm doing detail work. I don't know what it is. I'm trying to concentrate, so it's gonna be boring. So I'll probably end up putting a voiceover on this part. Okay, and here is voiceover, Becky. I find it so funny because I hold my breath when I do fine nail art. So obviously, I'm unable to talk during it. And then you can hear me like breathing so heavily afterwards because I literally hold my breath and then like I let my breath go. And anyways, I was just noticing that when I was editing the first part of this video. I found it quite hilarious. So we're just putting in the grooves of the pumpkin. I finally decided to take off the nail beside it so that I could have some room to do this detail work. So yeah, the detail work on this pumpkin, like you have to do this portion because that's what makes it look like a pumpkin rather than a little blob. And you also don't need much polish on your brush at all because these lines are super, super thin. We just kind of wanted to make it like look like a sketch almost. And then, yeah, there is the pumpkin finished, and we're going to cure that. Okay, so while I have the black out, I'm going to do the little bat that's right here. Now, for bats, I just like to like start with basically a V. Like this. Okay. Oh, change brushes because I don't know. I just have more control with this one. All right, so I'm gonna do a little V, okay, and then we're gonna bring it like that, and then we're gonna do it again, okay, twice. And you can like define your points after. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna do one. And then, okay, that's like the wings. And then we're gonna go to your center mark again, and then just do one arc connecting to that one. Okay. I'm gonna do another arc from here. Connect. Oh my god, that's so freaking hard. Why did I do it like this? On the peg. Okay. Connect it. Connect it. Fill that in. And then do the head. Okay. So we're gonna, which is why this little mistake right here didn't matter, because we're gonna fill it in. And like this is where you can perfect your points, like I said. So just pull it a bit, and there you go. So we're just gonna fill. And then same with the other side. God. Okay. And then perfect the points, okay? Which I'm gonna do off camera. All right, so for the head, I'm just using a dotting tool. And I'm just going to, okay, put a dot. And then I'm gonna use my detail liner to kind of pull out like little ears, okay? The other side. There. That's a cute little bat. They're not that hard. Okay, so before I continue with the face on the pumpkin, I'm going to be using this really neon pink to accent it a little bit more. It's called, what, I Heart NY? I Love NY. So I'm going to put some of this on my palette. I do not need a lot of it. And I'm just going to be like almost dry brushing, kind of. I don't know. But I'm just like I'm just gonna be going kind of like along the black and just kind of accenting along the edge and then like fading it into the center like that. See how I'm doing that? So I'm just gonna do it along all the black lines, and it just kind of brightens the pumpkin up a bit. I don't know. I like it. I think it just adds some pop and detail to the pumpkin. So that's all I'm gonna be doing here, and see how I'm just kind of lightly brushing it. I'm not really concerned too much about where it's going, just as long as I'm sticking to, you know, the edge and then kind of fading it just to add a little bit of like pop to the pumpkin. Now we're gonna paint the little pumpkin face. I think I need some more black. Try with what we have. So, I'm just gonna do a smiling mouth. And this pumpkin obviously wasn't symmetrical, but that's okay. Because are pumpkins in real life fully symmetrical? No. So it is okay that our pumpkin's not perfect. Okay. Fix this right here. So there's our mouth. And now we're gonna do the nose. Do the little triangle. Right here. Okay. And then the eyes are like half circles. I don't know why I do these things so difficult. It's like a half circle. It goes like that. Okay. It's always easy doing one, and then now, oh my god. I'm gonna do the other one off camera because just, yeah. Okay, so there's the other one, and I'm gonna cure this. Okay, so now we're gonna use some white to put little tiny fangs on the pumpkin, because these are gonna be little like vampire, hence the bats. Get it? See all the, how it all connects. One fang. And two. Make this one longer. Know when to stop. Know when to stop. Okay, stop. There. Okay, so now we're gonna do the dots and stars, final step, and that is only on the nail with the boo, not the pumpkin. So we're just going to, and just some random, all different sizes. Get that one right. Cover that. Okay. And then with your brush, we're gonna come in and turn one of these into a star. Pulling the polish out. Right. And on the side. Okay. I'm gonna come back to the top point here, make it a little bit more pointy. Have this curve out more. There we go. Now do the other nail. Now we're going to finish them off with Ugly Ducklings matte top coat. And I will paint them all. This is my favorite matte top coat. It just stays matte. That's mainly the main reason. I mean, a lot of people, their biggest complaint about matte top coats is that they don't stay matte. And I have never, ever had that problem with Ugly Ducklings. So I will forever use their top coat. I love that they're a Canadian brand too. It's like really awesome that there's such really good quality Canadian gel polish companies out there, and I will support them because I just love supporting domestic. This bottle is starting to get to the end on me. You see it's thickening. There we go. All right, and so we will cure that and then do the glitter. Lastly, for the glitter detail work, I'm going to be using Madame Glam's silver gel paint, and this cures to a shine. It does not have a dispersion layer, so you can use it as like detail work after your matte top coat, which is what I'm going to do. Okay, so first we'll wipe the dispersion layer off of the matte top coat. Okay. Make sure it's all off. Okay. And then using the Madame Glam silver, we're just going to pull the polish out here. We're going to just do a little silver stem here on the pumpkin. Make that a little bit glittery. Whoops. When you mess up like that, okay, wipe it off. Gosh, this tack has lost its stickiness. It's frustrating me. Okay, so the stem, And then I just accent these little stars here, just like this. I'll do this one. I'll do the whole thing. And then cure that for 60 seconds, and then this set is done. And here is the finished nail set. Thank you for watching. Bye.